So nobody's here yet. I guess I'm gonna talk about my day for everybody who's watching the replay. Um, Went out to the park, watched some ducks go by at the lake. Normal shit. Like I didn't go out to any concerts. I didn't go and eat at an expensive restaurant. Uh, I didn't go out to like an event, which is okay in moderation. Well, it just depends on how you want to live your life. But it's okay in moderation to do those things, but you don't always have to. You don't always have to live that way, like just to prove a point. Because sometimes I feel like we're trying to prove something, like we could be the next, we could do the next best thing because somebody else is doing it. um, we don't have to prove those things to other people. I don't think people are going to start coming into this live until about 2 minutes in. So it it's about to hit 2 minutes now, and I can only live stream on my computer because like I don't have enough subscribers to live stream on my phone. So like I can start taking y'all out to different places when I hit 50 subscribers, but I haven't yet. Like I used to have a YouTube channel with 100 subscribers, but I had an episode and the episode made me feel like um that like I was being watched, so I deleted my YouTube, but I figured out that that wasn't really feasible because people are going to watch you on YouTube live. So it was just my paranoia, but who knows? I don't like to be on social media um, because it gives me the heebie jeebies. Like, it discombobulates me inside, if that makes sense. I don't know. No one has come in yet, so I'm going to talk about executing executive dysfunction and my schizoaffective. So like I have schizoaffective, so it's hard for me. I don't even know, my therapist even said I had ADHD. Um, but I have executive dysfunction, which means it's hard for me to start things, it's hard for me to complete things. But like with a system in place, like my therapist helped me to get a system in place where I can start and finish things, because that's what therapists are there for, and you kind of have to ask them to do that for you. Like some therapists are lazy. You have to ask like them to teach you certain coping mechanisms, even though they're supposed to do that anyway. Some therapists are lazy, and if you really like your therapist and you want them to do something for you, you have to ask. But I have this system set in place right now where I'm like, I read a Mel Robbins book. I forgot what it's called. The one in front of me is this one, The Let Them Theory. And at the beginning of the book, it talks about her 5 second rule and how she's like, you count down from 5 seconds, you do the thing that you want to do, and you don't think about it. Now, this isn't for like impulse, like shopping, or like impulse things like drug use or anything. That's not what it's for. It's for like things that you're scared to do, but you really want to do. And today we're going to talk about executing plans. So I've written 2 books. What else have I done? I've performed twice, once at a comedy show, once at a poetry slam, and I've also just like started a band, did all these cool things that I always forget about, like all these unique and cool things that I forget about. And it always started with an idea, and sometimes people like don't know how to execute their ideas, but what you have to do is to get over your fear of how it's going to go and to be consistent. Now, some of those things I didn't want to do anymore because I was like, I tried it out and I didn't like it, but at least just try. Like right now, I'm doing PR for an artist that my sister was friends with, like for a rapper. And I was like, I'm going to start my own PR firm for local rappers in my city. And I'm just going to start off doing that and see where it takes me, because you never know where it's going to go. But if you're strategic with it and you're invested in it, it might go somewhere. And that's what you have to get over. That's how you execute a plan. You have to get over your fear of executing the plan. You you can write it out if you want to write it out. You could just go with your gut feeling and be like, I want to do this. I'm gonna Google it and see where it takes me. Like, I didn't know how to gain shows. Like, I still don't know how to get paid shows for him. But if I Google it, that's what the internet is there for. You have places like YouTube, you have places like Google. Like, I started a business when I was in my 20s, like, and got 5 clients based off of just word of mouth. Like, you never know who's going to help you when you execute your plan. Ask around for friends and family. We have this event in my city called In the Lab, and it's basically a whole bunch of creatives who get together to brainstorm, and then they make their vision comes to life. And no matter what people say, it's always good to have a team of people around you who are helping to execute that plan. Like, I wanted to execute my plan for my PR business. So I told my sister, and my sister is really good at like interacting with artists. I think she should be an AR, but she's really good at interacting with different artists, like different rappers and things like that. And she helped me to get in contact with those rappers. Like, sometimes you have to do it for free. With my business, it didn't happen that way. But just to get the experience, you have to be like, hey, I'm really good at this and that. Um, I'm going to help you for free until this certain time. If it's like a business that you want to start and you're trying to gain experience from it. Because, like, what people don't tell you is they tell you to go get an internship, but you had to be in college. One, you may not have a college degree. Like, two, you may have a college degree, but you don't have the experience. And it's been so long since you've been out of college that you kind of have to start from scratch and start using your connections and kind of networking, if that makes sense. So, the more people, the better when you're executing a plan. Um, Research it, but don't get too caught up in the research and don't let the information overload like get to you. Just start researching, pick one thing and try it out first. And that's how you execute a plan. When I was writing my book, it is so easy to publish books on Amazon. Like they have this thing called a KDP publisher. You write your book in your notes, you proofread it, like you get a proofreading service like Grammarly and have them proofread it and look at like the readability of it, and then you upload your transcript to the KDP publisher. Like you download the KDP publisher, install it to your computer, and upload the manuscript to the KDP publisher, and then upload it to Amazon. Like it's like a book service, like a if you search Amazon um ebooks, like publishing Amazon ebooks, it'll show up where you can get a account for it. And it's so easy. Like I literally published like 2 books, and like some people's books are like 30 pages, but it just depends on the content that you have in there and how good you promote it. Like executing is probably the easiest part. The hardest part is probably fear based, like getting over your fears. You can be anything that you want to be. Like people don't think you can. You might not get paid for it at first, but you can be anything you want to be. You can be a rapper and publish your own music, and you might not get paid for it at first, but if you research how to do it, or if you get like a PR person like I'm doing who can help you like get onto radio stations. Like here's an example. Like so I went to school for journalism, and I didn't think I knew how to get into contact with radio stations, like get airplay for my artists on radio stations. But all it is starting and inquiring about certain things that you don't know about, like asking somebody who knows and emailing them and saying, hey, what are the guidelines of this, and that? How do I get airplay? What are the guidelines? How do I publish a book? Like, what do I need to do in order to be eligible, like, for doing this type of thing? And you can execute your plan. Anyway, um, what went well today? I usually do that. I like to ask people what went well. So, what went well for y'all today? If you're in the replay, like what went well for you today? Like, what's one thing that went well for you today? For me, it's my niece's birthday, and we went over their house, my brother's house, and we didn't have cake or anything. We just dropped off some presents, and it was a vibe. Like people think, and there's nothing wrong with this. People think you're supposed to have this extravagant life. Like people think that's what a rich life is, and experiences are good. Like my brother just went to the Chris Brown and Usher concert. He said he paid for it for the experience. Like they had they had box seats, and he paid for the experience. But um, good experiences don't always cost money. They're not always extravagant. Um, I've been reading this book about soft living, and the soft living is kind of like not so much hypergamy, I'm gonna have a man pay for me type of thing, but it's more of like a what are small things I could do? Like what is a soft yes and a sacred no for me? Like what boundaries I'm gonna set? Am I gonna set like um maybe a soft yes for you would be waking up in the morning with tea and sitting on your balcony of your apartment and just sunbathing for like 15 minutes earlier before you have to go to work, or getting your favorite yogurt and granola and purchasing that from the store, and that'll be your go to breakfast every day because that's your favorite thing to eat because it lights something up in your brain that says today is going to be a good day. Or a sacred no could be like not working overtime, like not staying overtime. Like I just quit a job because I was like, um, this is overwhelming. Like nothing is organized. There's a language barrier that I'm not learning, and I know this is going to be overwhelming every day. It doesn't have to be as extreme as that, but it could also be like just not staying over after work and going home, like quiet quitting. Because if there's one thing that I've learned is that work just pays for your lifestyle outside of work. And unless you enjoy like chasing the grind and getting growing your career into a career that you want to be in, then a job is just a job. You know what I mean? Um, it's about the experience of life. It's about the experience of life. Things like that can make you really depressed. And it is about the experience of life. Like, this is why I read so many books about life. I got this one. This one's about making friends. I'll be there, but I'll be wearing sweatpants. I got the Let Them Theory. I got Coffee Self Talk and so many poetry books and things like that to keep me afloat. Like the things that I enjoy are not work, but I know I have to work to fund that lifestyle, to fund the things that I want to do, which doesn't necessarily have to be going out to a concert every night or like I want to tell y'all a secret. My cousin is an NBA dancer and she's a publicist by day. Well, she was an NBA dancer for about 10 years and she's a publicist by day. And those influencers that you see posting about parties every night um, on Instagram, they're not really at the parties every night. They're just posting pictures that they had from way back when they partied like 5 months ago. And if you look on their pages, like I've looked on my cousin's page and it is checked out that if you look on their pages, it says 5 months ago, 9 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago. It's never like a constant posting of party pics, but the way it's set up on Instagram is the way that it is posting on the party pics. I don't know where I was going with that. Oh yeah, life is not a constant party, and you'll be better for it if you chase experiences that are authentic for you and for your life. And sometimes that's hard to pick out when you're unhappy, but I've heard that and you shouldn't be happy all the time. You should be content, and the things that are interesting in your life that you forgot about, like the experiences that you've forgotten about that are interesting, the ones that made you happy for just a little while, like those pockets of joy during the day, are what you should be aiming towards. Like, and by aiming towards, I mean, like, that's what you should be thinking about, like those positive experiences during your days when it gets hard, like that time with your friends, that time with your family, that time you did go out to a concert, that time that you did get your favorite drink, the time you were spending with your dogs, even if your dogs have passed away, um, the time you were spending with your cats, even if they have passed away. And you should be, not should be, but I suggest, because I don't want to make it a must, but I suggest that you try to find more of those moments and not force it, but try to recognize those moments during the day. I'm a Taoist. So like part of my practice as a Taoist is I recognize when things are pulling me in different directions. I recognize when it's a nice day. I stop and recognize when it's a nice day because it's part of the practice. And I feel like everybody should do that. But anyway, nobody came in, I don't think, or my whatchamacallit is messed up. My live stream is messed up. And I had it on a delay so I could read the messages, but nobody really came in. But if you want me to do more lives or we can talk, I can do some of that. And I also have like some vinyl records that I want to show y'all in the next live. So, anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about. And thanks for stopping by if you did stop by.